Hello everybody and welcome to Dreamscapes Decoded Tarot. This video is for the sign of Virgo. Cross watchers are welcome here, and I encourage you to watch your other videos pertaining to your moon and rising signs, as they could hold further messages for you. Just a little disclaimer before we begin, this is a general read, so it's okay if it doesn't resonate, just take what does and leave the rest. My name is Leanne Mahalia, and I'm so excited to begin this journey with you. This project has been in the works for a very long time, and this is my very first round of tarot readings. Since I was young, I experienced vivid prophetic dreams and visions, moments of deep insight that often arrived before events unfolded, offering guidance, warnings, or clarity. Over time, I learned to honor these messages and interpret the symbols that appeared in both dreamtime and waking life. These visions have shaped how I navigate the world, and now I'm here to help you do the same. The way that I read is intuitive, and Dreamscapes Decoded is the space where I can blend intuitive messages, dream decoding, and tarot to offer a grounded yet soulful read. Whether you're seeking direction, looking for a deeper meaning, or just open to what the universe might be trying to tell you, you've found a home here, and I'm so grateful you found your way to this space. I'll be starting each read with any messages or energies I've received in meditation or dreams before pulling the cards, because the story often begins long before the deck is even shuffled. If this resonates with you, please like, share, or subscribe, and hit the bell to stay connected. There's so much more to come. Okay, great. So Virgo, I was really excited to get to this read because I actually had some really interesting intuitive messages for you. And that was of, okay, first of all, it came to me in a dream. I was dreaming. Okay, so when I was thinking of starting this channel, I had a bunch of dreams pertaining to the channel and pertaining to each of the signs. And Virgo, it was really interesting because I felt like yours, when it came through, was just one night I had this really awesome dream and I saw the sign of Virgo in it. And it was basically of somebody drawing. Now, I don't know who it was. I have no clue, but I kind of was walking through a park and I saw somebody sat on a bench. And as I was walking, I kind of walked over because I was like, oh, what are they doing? I don't know, for some reason I was just drawn to them. And they were actually drawing the scene in front of them. But it was so interesting because there was a pond full of ducks and lily pads and really beautiful flowers and trees lining the pond and everything. But what they were drawing was kind of their own interpretation of the scene, and I found that to be so incredibly interesting. For me, I don't know why, but for me that really resonated in the dream. It was kind of reality, perspective. I think perspective is something that's come up a lot across the reads, and I think that in itself is pretty interesting. I think that people are not necessarily struggling, but I think that people should pay attention to their perspectives right now. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot to kind of scare us. But I think as long as you kind of shift your perspective and draw the reality that you want to create, things are still possible. Good things are still possible. So yeah, so that was kind of the initial intuitive messages that I got for you, and I think that one was really profound. It was definitely one of the more kind of interesting ones for me, and definitely more of one of the more vivid ones. And yeah, I really enjoyed that dream. I woke up feeling completely refreshed. I do believe that at some point in the dream I walked into the water as well. And, it was clear, it was beautiful. I could see all of the stones on the bottom glistening like stars. And something that often happens to me whenever I have a dream like that, I often see a constellation. So in this dream, actually, there were two. There was the sign of Virgo, and then there was another one. And I'm still not sure what that constellation is. It doesn't pertain to any of the star signs, so I'm not entirely sure what that is. When I know, I guess you guys will know. But it is reoccurring, and it is something that does come up when it's a really profound message. So I think I've got some really interesting really good news for you today. Let's see what they want to say. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle off camera because, as you know, I suck at this and I really do not want you guys judging me today. That's the last thing I need right now. Judging for shuffling. Let's see. Just a few more. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Okay, so very good, and I just want to move these aside real quick. Just put this into space where everybody can see. Yeah, okay. Amazing. So Virgo, I think that this is, as I said, something that was really profound. I can see that there's a lot going on here. And don't be alarmed. I think that this is all really good news. This is kind of like the only card in here that looks a little bit more negative than the rest. But honestly, this here is a journey of self-discovery towards your Ten of Pentacles. It's all really good news. So you're starting off the journey with the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you're already in a very good space. And I think that that was something that I felt for you as well. I felt like the person that was sat on, it wasn't necessarily even about the person that was sat on the bench, like in my dream. It was basically like, I didn't get any negative vibes from them is what I'm trying to say. That person seemed very solid in their convictions and in kind of like their life and the things that was going on in their lives and stuff like that. So even if you kind of like feel that life is spiraling out of control right now, I think it's really important to remember that you have solid foundations, and that may not be just kind of like, you know, just really solid kind of like family or friends or structure or anything like that. It may just be your frame of mind. You are a solid person, and anything that comes, because the moon often is associated with things that may be hidden. But what I like about this card is that we have the half moon there and we have the sun behind it. So it's kind of like all of those things will become, they will step into the light. Everything that you're worried about, all of those things that you feel that you can't overcome, you can shine your light on them and make sense of them and move forward with them as well. We're moving up to the Three of Coins here as well. Three of Pentacles, sorry. And again, this again seems to me, I'm not even convinced. I mean, it's three people in here. And this person is working on kind of like the artwork there, and you've got some people critiquing. But I don't even I want to kind of like put my thumb over these two people here, because I think what you're doing is building. And that's exactly what I got kind of like in my dream too. It was an artisan sat there sketching, and it was the reality that was in front of them, but it was their interpretation. So it's like, what do you see for your future? You know what I mean? Like, put yourself on that pedestal for a second and think about what you want. When you do, I feel like you're going to be, I always see this as kind of like a teaching card as well, for me personally, because I think that this person has a platform and like they have a skill. They have a skill set that other people are coming here to admire and to see. And I think of this platform as them giving a voice to themselves and teaching people. So he could, I mean, in this card, he could simply just be on that platform, you know, chiseling away, and people are admiring him, and he's talking about the techniques that he uses. But I mean, in your life, think about how that relates to your life. You may not even be aware of these people who are admiring you, but I do feel like you have admirers because you have a certain skill set that is admired. All right. So if you're feeling a little bit down right now, don't. You have a lot of people out there who hold you in high regard. Yeah. So moving on to this one. I think it's really easy when you're in a position where you're being admired to get kind of nervous. And I'm asking you not to do that. Do not get nervous. Step into these energies here. So first of all, embrace both energies and step into them. And also think about, you know, the meanings of both of these cards. They are abundance. They are people who are solid in their convictions, and they know what they want, and they know how to get what they want as well. And I'm asking you to take all of that knowledge. Stop worrying about what might be hidden here. All right, take that knowledge. Give yourself a platform and step into your strength. Because I really feel that once you do that, you will be moving on. Card of movement. Sovereign. He's taking his whole empire with him. You will be moving on to a place where it's your world. It's everything that you've worked for. And you love it. Here we go. 9 and 10 of Pentacles. That's what it leads to. See, this is such an abundant read. I think that whatever is going on here is obviously like here and here. They're not even huge threats. And I feel like if you can just get past like the inner workings of your mind, basically. Like if you can just get past the inner workings of your mind and step into your strength, maybe that's something that you struggle with. It's one of those things. I feel like a lot of people who, for instance, are in leadership positions shouldn't necessarily be in leadership positions. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't necessarily have kind of like the people skills, or yeah, essentially that, the people skills. Like they just know how to get what they want. And I think that a lot of people who have the people skills don't necessarily have that go-getter side to them. And I think that this is what this read is asking you to combine here. Like be powerful, but be gentle too. Like combine the both and you'll end up with your world. And tons of abundance too. I think that this is a really solid read for you. I think what I want to do as well is just pull something from my goddess deck. I did shuffle it before, but let me see if I can. Oh my god, I'm shuffling on camera. See? Oh, okay. That's good. I was going to say, see, do you see how terrible I am at shuffling? But something fell out. Let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. So this is Asteria. Such a beautiful card. Let me see. Can you see it? It's such a beautiful card. And it says here, I light my own path and find a way through the darkness. And I think that that so totally goes with everything that you're being asked to do here, especially here. Okay, so something that I want you to pay attention to in this card is like the one on top is the moon. The one behind it is the sun. And it's like, it's asking you to overcome what's hidden, like overcome the darkness, maybe of your own mind. Swords. Okay. And move forward. And look, you've gotten a goddess card that literally says that exact same thing. This is such a beautiful read for you. It's such a beautiful card. I'm going to show you this deck. Like, I actually am in love with it. When I saw it online, I was like, I need that. And it had little kind of like clips of the cards and like what they look like. And I felt an immediate attraction to this. It comes also with like a little deck here, a little deck book that tells you kind of like a little bit more about the cards. But like, honestly, I don't even think that we need to kind of like dive into that. I think that your message is very clear. And how interesting that I said that kind of like the dream that I had for you and the messages that I had for you, they were constellations. I don't know if you can see it, but on her dress, there are constellations. So I mean, it doesn't get any more kind of like clear than that. Like, everything is just kind of linked here. That's so insane. Yeah. So, I mean, this is kind of the read that I have for you. And I really think that, like, I'm kind of happy with that. I feel drawn to pull something else. And I want to pull it from the bottom of the deck, too. So, Wheel of Fortune. You know what that says to me? That says to me that it's in your hands. It's up to you. Which way do you want to go? You want to go towards the dark? You want to go towards the light? Which way do you want to go? It's all in your hands. It's in your control. You have got to take control and spin that wheel for your benefit. I light my own path and find a way through the darkness. Asteria, you're essentially a star. This is a really nice read. I hope that you liked it. I really enjoyed doing it. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and join me here again. You know what? I've gotten quite a few views, and I'm so excited about that because, like I said, this is like my first ever round of tarot readings that I've ever posted. So, I mean, by far, I'm not like, you know, a huge YouTuber or anything like that, but like on one of my first videos, like I got 12 views. I was like, oh my God, like 12 people are watching me. This is incredible. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, no, I want some comments, guys. I want to know what you think. I want to know if you are resonating here. And because I really feel that these are messages for somebody. I mean, even just the run up to even kind of like starting this channel, there were so many dreams. There was so many things that happened. There were so many people, like when I was talking to them, and, you know, them talking to me and just in exchange, they'd be like, oh, you'd be really good on social media. You know what I mean? So it's just too many things like pushing me toward this. And I'm so excited to know what you guys think. Drop a comment. Even if you don't like, drop a comment and just let me know. Okay? I can't wait to see you guys again next week. All right? So have a good week. Until then, remember, stay high vibin'. Asteria, you are a star goddess. Yes, you are. Love you guys. Bye.